Well, welcome back to Moon City Models. It's been a few days. A lot of people are doing Sunday morning benched up day, Sunday morning and coffee, right? Um, well, my Sunday mornings I spend in church. To do a Sunday morning and coffee, I'd have to get up way earlier than I plan on getting up. So I'm going to do a Sunday afternoon and tea. So that's what I'm doing. Sunday afternoon and tea, bench update. There you go. So I'm doing the 1994 Ford Lightning. Got some paint on some stuff, but folks, did I mess up? I got lazy, right? So I made a decision here a while back. I knew that winter was coming where I live here in Southwest Missouri. So I knew winter was coming. I knew it was going to get colder. I didn't know it was going to get this cold this fast. It normally doesn't. So I decided I was going to do all this in Duplicolor, spray paint. I've seen, videos, people using the Duplicolor primers, paint. They're same brand, same manufacturer, same product line, right? They should work. Didn't for me. So, really unhappy. So the first thing I did, I got this Duplicolor, and it's not black or semi-gloss. It's a charcoal, really dark gray charcoal color. I saw video on it, gave it a thumbs up. Yeah, I don't know about that, cause I'm going to show this to you. I don't know how well this will show up here, but I spray painted this tree, and it's not going to show up well. But this has got like, I don't know, 3 to 4 coats of primer on it, and it won't get down in these cracks. The fan, it's got little light spots all the way around. And I know it's just primer, right? Everywhere there was a raised feature on the plastic, it would travel away from it. I used the Duplicolor white, same sandable filler thing. Didn't notice it with the white, but it's white on white plastic, so it may be doing the same thing. I haven't got out a magnifying glass to look at it. But if you're using Duplicolor primer, and then if you use Tamiya spray can lacquers, I don't know if this should show up either, but they did not like each other at all. So can you, oh, you can kind of see it. It just wrinkled like crazy. It just wrinkled up in areas. It over here, you're not going to be able to see that, but it just wrinkled up, something horrible. Lacquer, somebody can correct me. Shouldn't have done that. That came after I primed. So I chose this dark metallic gray Duplicolor, right? I love the color on vehicles. So I went out, painted the bottom, and you know what? The bottom didn't turn out too bad, but it took coat after coat after coat. And then, I doubt if you can see this either. Yeah, a little bit. It puddled and ran like crazy. And these were light coats. And again, everywhere there's a raised feature, the paint would like travel away from it. And that was on top of a primer. This part I can get away with. But I'm going to tell you what, I'm scared to death to paint this body. I'm scared to death to try to paint the body with it. I'm at the verge now. I'm thinking change my color and just go back to, well, what I should have done is in the winter, I don't have a good place to paint. I mean, this is what I got. I have no place to vent it out, so I've tried the buckets with water, with filters. I'm sorry, it just doesn't, it stinks, right? And it's just, it can't be healthy. So I need to just stick with water-based, but when you're sticking with water-based, you don't get as the colors, especially metallics, right? You just can't quite get the metallics that you want. And I like that little bit of metallic in some of my paints. I really do. So I knew it was going to get colder. So some of this may be my fault. It got cold. I picked a really nice afternoon, sunny, no wind. Shook my paints up really good. Went outside, shot them. But the weather was only in the 50s, mid 50s. Well, that's not too far from 60, right? Maybe that's my fault. But I just don't think so. I just, the way the paint, I just don't understand it. So that's where I'm at on that. So I don't know right now if I'm going to try to strip the bottom or paint over it with something different. I shouldn't have tried to cut corners like that and just use my airbrush, and I should have picked a water-based paint that I can spray. I got a little spot right back over my shoulder, using the bucket and doing water-based paints and a mask, of course. Still, I could have done that, and I should have. So I just don't know exactly what I'm going to do yet. So I'm pondering it this afternoon. Pondered on it a little bit yesterday. I may just plow forward and see what happens. But, you know, in the 10-day forecast for me, there's not going to be a day in the 60s. I mean, even if I could get to 60, because that's what the paint says, right? Above 60 degrees or so, you know, humidity, all that stuff. I don't know. I also had a little bit of trouble with some gold, silver paint, some aluminum type paint. It gave me a little bit of a problem too. It kind of attacked the plastic underneath the primer. This was way too small. I'm not even going to pick it up. But I've let it set now a week, and it's hardened back up. But the plastic got soft, and that was the master cylinder, master cylinder that you hang on to the glue onto the power booster. It got soft. It kind of attacked it. So there again, guys, be careful. Of course, I didn't shoot all. I know people tell you all the time, you know, test, shoot, test, shoot. Well, I can sit here and spend a month test shooting and everything turn out good. And then on the day you shoot it, something horrible is going to happen, which is what happens to me, right? But we shall overcome. One way or the other, we shall overcome. Yeah, one other thing here. I was painting the transmission with some silver, and I cannot believe the brush strokes. And I'm in a room here that's not, this room's perfectly fine. Humidity, temperature-wise, this room's where I'm at is fine. What you can't see is back over in this other direction is all the utility. You know, the washer, dryer, hot water heater, electrical panel. So, you know, I share this room in here with it. But like I said, it's fine. I mean, my corner over here is fine. So anyway, guys, I just thought I'd jump on here, do some sort of a video, put it out, because it's been a little bit. It just, you know what? It's just what it is. If it takes me 2 weeks to put out a video, then so be it. But, you know, I just have to work around everything. And I love getting out here at the bench and just having some quiet time and doing this stuff. But it is not something I can get out here and do every day. It's just not. And you people that can do that, more power to you, man. I know, you know, I'm not supposed to be envious of other people, things, and possessions, but people that can get out here and do this every day or almost every day, more power to you, because I'm envious of that. I really am. So anyway, guys, I'm going to leave it at that. And I appreciate you tuning in. I'm going to get somewhere else on this. I just don't know if I'm going to continue down this road or not. I may have to change my plan and go with a different color, find something water-based so that I can shoot it here inside and it dry. I'm really kind of leaning that way. So then that just means I have to backtrack on some things. Quite a few things, actually. But I think in the long run, that may be the way to go. Or, which I may do too, because I can't make up my mind, just plow ahead with this. And if it turns out like you know what, it just turns out like you know what. But I get out here, me and the captain, we kind of have discussions. Anyway, yeah. Captain. His advice hasn't been great in the past, though. It just hasn't. But, you know, when you're in a toxic relationship with someone, you just keep listening to the same terrible things over and over. Well, you know. But we'll get through it. We'll get through it. So anyway, guys, appreciate you. I'm going to try and get something else decided and done. And we'll come back and see where I go. Thank you, and God bless.